Again, blessed and highly favored, loves you and welcome into my returning subs, my extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. Know we're all going through these intense times of uplifting transmutation. It's truly a blessing that we know that you're not alone. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. I don't know why there's this one little hair that keeps on getting from my face. Um, and if you feel comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, informative, or just give you a good well, I say uplift, good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times and need spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life past, or life purposes. So with that, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you for the support. Is so greatly appreciated. Um, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music that I'm listening to in the background is called Unlock Inner Power Meditation Experiences, Most Powerful Kundalini Awakening Frequency, um, 852 hertz. And I will be posting a link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyoka is being strengthened uh, through the darkest time of transmutation. It is so true. It's um like I was saying from the last video, the lunar eclipse that we had, like you were already going through different changes as it is, because you're breaking cords, you're ending cycles. So we all have been going through, intense changes, all these different things at where you're at your lowest vibration, or it made you feel like you were like really going through the dark night of the soul. And I think we were, it just depends, because I know it's just sometimes I go through them all at one time, the kundalini and um ascension, as well as just the spiritual awakening, as well as dark night of the soul. Sometimes they will put you through all of them. And it's just like at times when we really allow ourselves to just sit with our thoughts and being able to really understand, it's like it's hard when a lot of memories are coming up to you, or it's like people from your past that has really did some damaging things to you that you didn't think that they're capable of. All these things are, testing your limits, testing to see if you're going to go back towards your old habits, or dealing with things in your old ways, and a lot of times we try to heal ourselves the way we had before spiritual awakening. And that's, I must be on a, I'm on that good topic, because it's like anytime it's like an indication with me when my nose start itching like crazy that, hey, you're on the right point. So it's just like when you've gone through things and it's like people are coming back into your life, it means you're going through changes, and sometimes you're unaware of, like, is there change, am I really going through it at this time? And or am I really, is change really happening into my life? And it truly is, because it allows you, whatever you used to do before, they're going to allow you to be able to see how, if you reflect differently, are you going to respond at a low frequency? Or are you going to allow, others, low vibrations consume you? All these different things that they're making you go through. And it's like at your darkest moment, like anything that is really has really caused trauma in your life, on all levels, spiritually, mentally, sexually, physically, metaphysically. they're wanting you to really like stare your, your demons in the face. Like they are really making you work hard with your demons. There's a lot of people that I've been connecting to on, when I do this empath counseling. I always say that, when I'm always talking to people on Messenger. Oh, and forgot to tell y'all, note to self, side note. Like I said, I don't mind, talking to y'all on Facebook Messenger. There's no problem, but just do it at respectable hours. I know there's a lot of people that I talk to overseas. So we're like uh, 8, 9 hours difference. I talk to people in the UK. It could be like 6 o'clock here and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. So I don't mind, but please don't send me any messages asking me to look for you. I've had bad experiences doing that. I'm not saying that everybody has that same type vibration, but I mean, if to me, if you really need to get in touch with me, you will find me. I tell people, just let me know what you need help with. I don't mind. If I'm not going through my own personal changes on myself, I always try to help out, even when I'm going through my changes. It just depends on how, what I got going on. But I do not mind. But please don't ask me, hey Roslynn, can you look me up? Because it's like I've done that before and I end up having my time wasted a lot. Or, accepting friend requests when people are just being nosy and trying to get stuff off my page. So since then, I've shut that down. I don't go looking for other people. It's not the fact that I'm, acting arrogant or anything like that. That's not what type of vibe I'm giving off. But I feel like if you really need to talk about something towards somebody, you'll take that initiative and do it. Because I always tell people, hey, you can look me up on my up under my name and just send me a request through the messenger and I will answer you back as soon as I can. But yeah, let me go through that. But yeah, it is having you really, 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 really face like all the heaviness that has been, consuming you for the longest time, because it's like doors are opening for you and they want to make sure, they have that confidence in you. You have what it takes to overcome any obstacles in your life. Yes, it's hard, especially when you don't have closure on things, especially when you want um things to be tied, like your unfinished business to be, why did this happen, any explanations. But a lot of times they tell you you need it. Sometimes you just have to close those doors without any explanation, without apology and stuff like that. You have to allow yourself to close things up when you need happiness in your heart, when you need to carry that energy of upliftment, tranquility, peace. All those things you need to do. You never should give somebody like that opportunity or the key to your life to control your happiness. Because I believe everybody deserves that in their life. You need a peace of mind. And I know a lot of us has been through some things that you want somebody to be dealt with. And hey, you have every reason to feel that way. I look at my situation and, at times it's really hard. Like y'all know who I'm related to, it is always there. There's more things coming out about my family that, is truly heartbreaking to me. And things are, nobody's held responsible and all these things. But it's like for the peace of my heart, it's a blessing that with my gift, I can talk to my dad anytime I want. I can talk to my family that has passed on anytime I want. And, you're dealing with the human experience. So, of course, you're going to have, emotions dealing with that. Um, and there's a lot of things that I had to face that, it's really hurt me to the core, but I had to allow myself to really see it, not even psyching myself out, but allow myself to know these things had a purpose for everything you have went through. You have faced the most darkest time in your life, and yet you're still standing. And that shows you how much strength you have, because a lot of people will not be able to endure the situations that you've been placed in. People will judge you when they can't even fit the shoes to walk down that path that you have had, because it's like, anybody who tells me, Rosalind, I can't I can imagine what you feel like. I never want anybody to know what that felt like. This is like the worst nightmare I've ever been through. But then when I allowed myself to, seek that solitude and allow myself to really see things for what they are. Yes, it's painful to lose anybody in your life, especially a parent. And then on top of that, the ones that you never had contact with and you had to learn through, death. that was a family member of yours, that was very hard for me to deal with. It still is at times, but my dad is always there, and he was just like, I'm always here, don't ever say you miss me. He get aggravated when I do that, but I was like, Daddy, you can't, I can't help it. But being able to know that God at least blessed me with, songs that he has made for me, or watching him in concert, seeing his pictures, seeing the love that other people have for him, and has helped them through their darkest hours. Those are the things that give me peace. Those are the things that gives me happiness. You know, and those are the things that I really had to deal with. Knowing that my family, could have allowed me to see him, but it was just like all based on deception. They were like, "Oh yeah, we got somebody to visit you," but the way they did it, it was, they know I'm a paranoid person, and it's like I know what they're capable of. Self up with guilt because the times that he has tried to be in my life, coming to visit me and stuff like that, and I didn't go. I when I talked to him, trans what is it? Not trans. Metaphysically, that's what I meant to say. He's like, don't blame yourself for that. I understand why you didn't, and the blessing is that I talked to my dad like 2 days before he passed. And that was, I will always hold that dear in my heart, even though it broke my heart a couple of times because I knew something about that, even though I didn't know who I was talking to. I felt a strong bond with that person. And it's like different situations has come up to where he feels me being sad, so he will remind me of the times that we always stayed in constant communications. We had our laughs, we had our cries, we had our silliness, but that's what he wants me to remember, not not all the bad things. He doesn't want me to feel that way. My dad, anytime I'm feeling sad, he does something very goofy, just to cheer me up. And it's just like a lot of things you are really having to go through. Anything that has been placed in your life that has really made you look at world and just everybody differently. And it's like I'm at that point in my life, no matter what a person has done to me, that was very unspeakable, but I have that strength. If I have eliminated those folks out of my life, they don't have no more power over me. The things that has happened has strengthened me. Even though it hurt like hell to go through that, and needing peace in your heart, it's like I'm not going to allow them to hold that power over me, to where when certain things is being said or certain things is out there, allow myself to take emotions from those things, because it was like, even though I forgive them, it's like those different memories will come up, like past vomit, like I tell y'all, past vomit, coming up from the surface. It is just that, my archangels, as well as my ascended masters and, creator, God, Jesus, whatever, was wanting me to allow those to separate from me, and they always want me to see, look at, what your experience has helped people see, how they find comfort, um, and peace through your experiences, because you're allowing them to know they're never alone for anything. You're allowing yourself to be open and being able to heal yourself as you're helping others to be able to look at their situation and heal as well. We are very fierce. We are very strong. We have our blunt ways of projecting things that can rub folks the wrong way. We always do things ass backwards. We always put more on ourselves than we should, but that's how we get down. That's how we operate, and being able to use my situation, um, as a platform to help others heal. It's like there's times, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, there's times I'm in my feelings about a lot of things because I'm trying so hard to heal from these. But as the universe tell me, you can't be hard on yourself. You have to love yourself extra right now. It's like you all should always love yourself, but right now you need it extra because you're going through these transitions of change, of healing, uplifting yourself is while you're doing it out in the world. you know um A lot of things we feel like, we laugh at, oh, okay, but when you push out positivity, you get that back. And there's sometimes you push out positivity and get BS back at you, and it feels unfair at times, but there's a reason for all those different things. You can't allow yourself to get angry at something. You can't say, oh, this person's making me mad. Oh, I can understand, but it's up to you. Are you going to allow them to make you mad? Are you going to allow them to work your last nerve? Are you going to allow somebody to make you escalate out of control? That's all up to you on how you choose to respond to it. And I've said it more than once. How people do you is their karma. How you respond to what they do to you is yours. So you have to be making sure that you don't change your character for any person. Allow yourself to uplift throughout that storm. That storm is like, strategically designed to help strengthen you in ways that you weren't prepared to go through. A lot of things we feel, we go through, and, some people, as well as myself, get mad. Always say, God is never going to put on anything on you can't handle. And there's a lot of times you have been through situations that you're mad at the world for. You have every right to be, because there's a lot of things that's been, snatched away from you, separated from you, not by your personal choice at times. I don't know your situation, you do. And it's just like I look at everything, but I try to look at it in a clear mind. I'm going through, different situations where I have to have a clear mind if I know if I want to heal from these things. And it's just like I look at people that has did things to me. I have to really look at it for what it is. It's like these people that have done these things to me had very narcissistic type issues growing up. They did things a certain way. Um, they that's all they pretty much know. And it's just like if you hold something valuable towards people like that, oh, they'll try to bring you down any kind of way, because they need to feel inferior over you, because they see you have something that's very priceless, very powerful, and they don't want you to discover that, and they don't want you to own entitlement to that. They want to be able to snatch that away from you too. I've had family members that if they didn't break me down, they try to, allow my kids to see me the way they wanted them to see me, or people around them, and it allowed myself to know, I say all these bad things that has been placed on my life has really allowed me to see the strength that I carried through all those times. It's all I had to choose to look at my situation and view it differently, not allow myself to be a victim towards other people's mentality. That's not for me. That is not fun for me, or about me. It's not. It's like when people have done things to you, um, and they get a joy out of that. That should let you know, no good-hearted person or a person with a conscience is going to do that. Normal people don't go around breaking people, like that. But you have to understand, hurt people. You know, um, if they can't, control you, they want to be able to control how other people see you. I try to be the best person I can be. I try not to allow myself to engage in other people's insecurities, because hey, it is what it is. If I'm living my life of truth, it might make other people uncomfortable, but I'm gonna still keep evolving. If you're bothered by me being happy or me pushing out positivity, and that's something that you need to heal with. There's something about you that you don't like, and a lot of times we want to feel needed, we want to feel wanted. But if you're getting mad because you're trying so hard to convince somebody of a good person you are, you shouldn't have to do all that. You shouldn't have to do that, or allow people to stay in your, in your life with you if they want to be sketchy. Either you're going to be in, you're going to be in, you're going to be out, you're going to be out. But they can't hold places in between the doors. But it's just like a lot of times I really look at all the things that I've experienced in life, and it's really put me in a dark moment. There's a lot of times where, I tell y'all I'm doing self-care because there was so many different things that was coming up to me that I just did not want to deal with. It was just too much. And I had to tell universe, this is too much for me to deal with right now. And it's like, well, you're going to have to deal with it one day, one way or another. You're going to have to, because a lot of times, I wanted to ignore that. But it's just, I had to allow myself to say, you know what? I no longer put, you're observing things. You don't have to allow yourself to put that same emotion that you had from a past memory of when it first happened, because a lot of times we do that. We play that, memories on repeat, and we're allowing ourselves to be fixated on that emotion that situation is brought towards us. But when you allow, when they want you to separate from that, because they have so much better in store for you. So they, when those things come up like that, they want you to see this situation right here that's been placed on you. You were determined to make sure that nobody else felt the way you felt, or anything that kind of goes hand in hand, that you can see injustice is going on. You'll go out your way, try to make sure other people don't feel that way. When you have that capability to do that, and it's just like I use this. This is a positive outlet for me to be able to share my thoughts, my experiences, my views, allow myself to, while I'm going through that transition, to be able to look at things at a different perspective, see that as a higher point on what the universe needs you to know through that experience. A lot of times we play seasonal people with lifetime expectations, and you have to just appreciate it for what it's worth. I used to get mad all the time. I'm like, damn, I helped this person, along the way. There's certain things they wouldn't have known about if I didn't allow myself to intervene. And when it came back and just basically it was like a spit in the face. I used to get mad about that. Now it's just like, you know, thinking like, and Maya Angelou, people really show you their true intentions the first time. Shoot, believe them. You'll understand what, intentions, certain things come throughout connections, and you have to be able to appreciate that. Now is at my time that, if people are going to be in my life, they're going to be in them. If they're not, they're not, but I can at least say, what, this situation is brought, some good memories, and it also brought some bad ones. But I can appreciate what that situation or that connection needed me to learn, or for them to learn off of me, or whatever. It's just like, don't allow yourself to be stuck on certain things in your life that wasn't meant to stay. you know and when I really really allowed myself to see it, because it was like during my downtime, I can see myself sitting in a corner, allowing myself to see, back when I was in my 20s or my late teens, I had dreams about this situation, and I used to have like really bad panic attacks and just cry. And my mom, at 16, my mom's just like, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying so much? And I'm like, I don't know. I seen something in a dream, and I see myself like sitting in a corner just crying, and, seeing how many people just betrayed me. Or it allowed me to go back when I was 4 or 5 years old, is when, my mom's ex-husband kept on coming to me like, why you keep getting mad at me? You call me in the middle of the morning. Well, throughout a nightmare, and you call for me. And then when I come to you, you draw back for me. And it was just like, I didn't call you. And he's like, yes, you did. You say daddy. I'm like, no, I was calling my dream daddy. I wasn't talking about you. So it was just like I had to tell him, tears and all, and rubbed his face, and, told him, you're going to break my heart one day, and I'm not gonna be able to deal with you. And that was really true. But then when I looked at the situation my mom's ex-husband had put me through, he's not in that obligation to be able to hurt me anymore. It was an unfair situation, because I really looked up to my mom's husband, and, I really loved him as a father figure at that point. But then when I allowed myself to be strengthened through those things, I was just like, what, this situation has allowed me to become so strong, because they placed this on me to hope that it will kill me. It was something that will rot my soul, allow myself to be obsessed with what they did to me, and, put me in a standstill of being volatile. And then when I allowed myself to really look at it, I cried, and even told my mom as well as universe, I really looked up to him, and it broke my heart that he would do that to me, and it got worse after my mom passed away. So it was like, when I really see things for what they are, I had to allow myself to take that anger out of what, the universe really wanted me to see in this situation. It's like, we needed you to be placed in this situation, not to hurt you, but to strengthen you. You're in your darkest point right now, where you are learning to heal, where you're learning to, uplift yourself as well as others, and allows yourself to really see, yes, these things hurt me like hell. Yes, I was denied this, that, and the third, but it's made me so much stronger. It gave you strength in different ways that you weren't looking for, and what you were looking for. When you need a peace of mind, you have to allow yourself to go through that change to get that peace of mind, because a lot of times we fight the inevitable. We do not, we avoid it at all costs, but you have to allow yourself to be strengthened. Yes, there's a lot of us that are going through different type of abuses, neglect, or whatever, and I know that has to be a hard pill to swallow, but this ain't gonna be that hard time is not gonna be the one that's gonna get you. It's not supposed to, the universe has already got to set out what's for you is always going to be for you, no matter what somebody tries to block, what people try to distract you from or steer away. It is always going to be up for you. Everything goes at divine time. When God and universe sees that you're strengthened to get anything that you're working hard to achieve, it will happen for you. But you have to go down these life lessons of knowing yourself on a deeper level, a spiritual level. Um, and you had to really be able to see it for what it is. If you're still alive after all those things that you have been placed on, and you can live to be able to tell it, that, I mean, those are, strength right there for you. When you can allow yourself to see the weak points and say, you know what, this is a part of me I need to work on. These are the things I have to really allow myself to really see it for what it is, and heal from whatever disruption it makes in my life. There's a lot of people that have hurt you, but trust and believe they're not losing sleep over that. Any person that can mock you or think poke fun of your misfortune is not a good person. That lets you know that they're hurt in some kind of way and they need their healing. I mean, I've had people in my life that comes out their way to know I don't really have nothing to do with them. They're very irrelevant for me. They're a non-factor, and they still try to come in my life to try to make sure they block me on things. That lets me know you're a miserable person. Obviously your life has to be, falling apart for you to make your way out in somebody's life and make them go through the things you're going through. And they don't even realize when they're making their way to do that, they don't know that they're just handing their blessings over to get on the chopping block. They don't realize that, and it's just like every day I always pray for all the people that has placed things on me, that has done really hurtful things to me when I never, gave that type of energy towards them. But I'm not going to allow myself to keep, driving myself crazy over what somebody's done to me. They can't do anything to me unless I allow it to happen. I choose not to give them that power. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. But I was grateful for what that lesson had to teach me, what I learned from that situation, where it took me to, so those are the things that you really have to see it for what it is. A lot of us are going through things and we're just trying to find that peace of mind, trying to find that happiness, but all that's up to you. Nobody cannot affect you in that type of way unless you give them that gateway or that interest to be able to do that. See, I'm on the right track. Because there's like a, it's like a psychic confirmation when the tip of your nose start itching or whatever. But it allowed you to really heal on those different things that has been placed upon your life. Like I said before, you're seeing yourself in that reflection, but you're not seeing yourself as you were before all these things happen. I mean, you're a very powerful person. You have surrounding love around you. No matter what kind of trials and tribulations you're going through, you're not going through them by yourself. Your spirit guides are there. They're protecting you and you're loved, and they want you to be able to know that. But there's a lot of times we get mad and say, whatever, I'm going through this by myself. Yes, they're placing me in it, but they're not the one who has to live through it, and they're by your side. Because they send you those little those little voices, or they send you little synchronicities to let you know, hey, you're not alone. We got your back. Anything that is like doubtful, fearful, anything negative, they want you to be able to hand that over to them so they can help you heal from those situations, not allow yourself to get consumed by other people's, trying to put misfortune on you. And when you allow yourself to grow from that, boy, ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna be able to touch you then. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of that video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to one of my sisters, Sydney, and much love to you. She's been with me for a while, and just send her a shout out, as well as Kelly Davis Van Zyle. I hope I pronounced your name. Welcome to the fam. If any, like I said before, if y'all need to talk to me, you don't feel comfortable with placing your comments here, please look me up on Facebook Messenger, and we'll talk there, and I'll help you out of the best way I can. If I can't help you, I would definitely send you the direction of where you can go ahead and find your answers you need. Um, Not the page, but Messenger. And I'll be glad to help you. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Share. Tell somebody about the channel. It's truly appreciated. I thank y'all so much for the support you're giving me, and glad to be a part of your journey. Um, Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray for y'all all the time. And I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your reality comes quicker than you expected and more than what you asked for. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, vibes, words, and frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love. Peace. Be well.